Guys, in my previous video, I told you about how P-Square, Peter Okoye of the P-Square, the twin brother of Paul Okoye, popularly known as Rude Boy, had come out to tell his own part of the story following the dispute between the two of them that had led to them splitting and getting their fans worried about their differences and the fact that they are no longer performing together and coming out as P Square. Guys, Paul Okoye, if case you don't know, came out to say a whole lot about what has led to their disagreement and split. He said something about Peter calling the EFCC on him and a whole lot about royalty that was speculating on social media some time ago. Peter came out earlier today and he had dropped the part one of what had led to their misunderstanding or dispute, and he said he's coming up with the second part, which had to do with the EFCC part. He said something about Paul saying that he is the brain behind their songs, that he is the one that have been writing their song. But Peter came up to dispute that and said that he has written some songs. He went ahead to list some of the songs that he has written that they did together. He gave credit to both of them. He gave credit to God Almighty for even giving them the grace and talent. But he said, without P Square, they can't succeed as they had succeeded as P Square. Going individually, they have never been able to break or get to that milestone that they have gotten to when they were together as P Square. So, guys, this is the part two of what Paul has started narrating about their disagreement. Yeah, so guys, let's see what Peter Okoye had to say on this one. Before then, I greet everyone according to the time and place you are watching from. Kindly click on subscribe button if you have not subscribed before. Like and share. Also, let me know your thoughts after watching this video. So, guys, Peter had dropped those picture of him and his brother and then their elder brother Jude Okoye. He said in the caption, "Let's set the record straight together." Here is the full statement on the recent EFCC issues involving P Square and our former manager and elder brother Jude Okoye. He said, "I challenge Paul or anyone else to produce any petition that I, Peter Okoye, my management or my legal team ever filed against my twin brother, Paul, or that even mentioned his name. Thank you for your patience, understanding, and support." Then, guys, he said, "Sweep." Yeah. So, guys, let's see what he had to say. Guys, in the first page, he letterheaded it as usual. He said, "I never attempted or tried to use the EFCC to arrest my twin brother, Paul." He went ahead and said, this is the first page. He said, August 12, 2024. It reads thus: "Before I tell you the whole story, here is what I need you all to understand. It's always surprising to me when people say P Square is always bringing their family matters into the public eye. Let me clarify this. P Square is not just a family, it's a public brand. But Peter, Paul, Jude, Anita, Ifoma, Lola, and the rest of our family members are family. But P Square is an entity that belongs to the public as much as it does belong to us. Our fans have played a significant role in our success, so they have the right to know what's happening with their beloved brand P Square. That's why it's understandable when certain aspects of our lives are shared publicly. Now, let's get straight to the point. I want to make it clear that I never reported my twin brother, Paul, to the EFCC. I know many of you were disappointed when Paul accused me of doing so. He mentioned that I wrote a petition against him, which he claimed made the EFCC to ask him to provide a surety. This statement suggested that he was detained, which is not true. Guys, he continued by saying, Peter, Paul, and Jude own a management company together called Northside Entertainment, which we use to manage all of P Square's affairs. One day, I discovered another company with a similar name, but this one was called Northside Music instead of Northside Entertainment. This surprised me, so I decided to investigate further. And guess what? To my shock, the founders and directors of the secret company were none other than Jude Okoye and his wife Ifoma Okoye. And the registered address was the family home of Jude's wife. Still in shock, I knew I had to talk to Paul about it. I approached him multiple times, at least 4 different times, asking if he knew anything about this secret company and the whereabouts of some of P Square's royalties. Each time I met with him, he denied knowing anything about it. I want to set the record straight. I hereby challenge Paul or anyone else to show any petition that I, Paul Okoye, ever submitted against my twin brother Paul or that has Paul's name on it. In page 3, he said, I am still writing this with so much shock because I gave clear instruction to my legal team with a standing order that under no circumstance should Paul be included in my petition. Their focus was to remain solely on the primary suspect, Jude Okoye, and his wife, Ifoma Okoye, since they were the director of this secret company, Northside Music. Paul's recent interview about the EFCC incident contains a lot of lies. I watched and listened to Paul's interview. I was totally speechless, and I kept asking myself, how does Paul have the audacity to publicly tell lies like this, even with a respected and reputable agency like the EFCC? He claimed I petitioned him, but that's not something that ever happened to Paul. The truth is, this was something that actually happened to Jude. The real story goes back to the shocking discovery I made, but what really got me very upset was finding out that for years, millions of dollars and hundreds of millions of naira were being secretly diverted into this secret company's account, Northside Music, from our own company, Northside Entertainment. This was not just a minor issue, it was a massive betrayal that has been going on for several years. I understand that Paul is angry because I took this matter to the EFCC, and I understand why. However, bearing in mind that I have met Paul and Jude separately and tried to discuss this matter, and it eluded me with no positive answer. In fact, the last time I approached Paul, the conversation got heated up, and he said, and I quote, Peter, go and do your worst. At this stage, I was left with no other choice but to report to the authorities and take legal action. Jude was then detained after being questioned. He came clean and admitted he had been diverting millions of dollars of our money to this secret company that he and his wife were the director of. All of Jude's bank accounts were immediately frozen. He was eventually released on bail after he managed to provide a surety and met the other bail's condition. Meanwhile, further investigations are still going on up till now. Paul's name was never mentioned in the petition because he was never a director of this secret company, unless there is something he is hiding from all of us. Paul was only invited for questioning, just like Jason Njoku of Iroko TV, Amaju Pinnick, and others who had transactional dealings with Northside Music. The EFCC investigation found out that Northside Music had been secretly collecting P-Square royalties. Over the years, these royalty money were sent to a bureau de change, then transferred to Jude's personal bank account. A closer look at Jude's account statement revealed that once the money entered his personal account, there were multiple transactions where he was splitting the funds equally with Paul without Peter. This naturally led to some questions. After Jude confessed to diverting the funds, he also told the EFCC that the money he had been sending to Paul for several years wasn't about sharing money behind Peter's back. Instead, it was money he owed Paul from the sales of their house in America, which he was gradually paying back the loan. This is the reason why Paul has been telling everyone that the EFCC has cleared him, as if I ever wanted him to get into trouble with the EFCC. The story is very long, but I will tell it all in due time. For now, I will stop here until the EFCC sends the final report to my legal team. Once that happens, before heading to the law court, I will make the exact petition that doesn't include Paul's name public. I will also release the EFCC's final report, receipts, and other documents related to this secret company, including the CAC registration, bank transaction, and bank statement that Jude set up with his wife Ifeoma Okoye. May God help us all. Guys, this is really shocking. Seriously? So a brother can do this to his own brother. If his brother can do this to him, guys, like seriously, who are we to trust like this? Who then can we trust? Because his brother Jude, his elder brother, is the person that he is even supposed to run to in terms of maybe case of come and see what is happening as elder brother concerned and father figure. But guys, like seriously, I can't believe this. Anyways, tell me what you think in the comment section. There are lots of comments in his comment section following these guys. A lot of persons are surprised. There is no difference between Jude and Judas. That's what they are saying. If not for all this issue, P Square would have been bigger than Justin Bieber. Can you imagine? At this point, I believe you totally. I stand with you at P Square. At like seriously, guys, many people are saying a whole lot. They are disappointed at this revelation that has exposed Jude and Paul. Because, guys, he has not come out to say anything since. It's just the media revealing it, but it was as if it's a joke. Guys, they say, Oga, no gree o. You see that money, you must collect your own share. I hate wayo, especially from family. I love P Square. If outsider do you this kind of things, guys, it's quite understandable. But from family, it gets as it be now. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching. My returning subscribers, old subscribers, new subscribers, and even you coming across the channel for the very first time. Kindly click on subscribe button, like and share. And if you're watching from Facebook, follow this page, like and share, and I'll catch you in my next one.